Hey y'all, this your girl, the real deal. Let me just give a reaction. And we coming up with the lawsuit with Gwen Paltrow scheme lawsuit. Okay, this is the third day of the trial.
How is Dr. Fong tying these conclusions she's making on page 52, for example, to treatment as opposed to, I guess, supplementing an expert opinion?
I think she ties it back to her earlier opinion that that is based on the treatment, that she is concluding those things.
In Your Honor, if I may just to be clear, we don't have an objection to discussion of continued treatment after depositions that we had records of, and we provided our own experts with treatment that occurred after various depositions that plaintiffs have provided to us. But in this case, we didn't get any records of this conversation, and it seems like you're pointing out, and as I pointed out in my objection during the deposition itself, it didn't seem like it was related to treatment. It was just kind of a conversation with him. Those were new facts that we didn't know about until this deposition, and so that was the basis of the objection.
Anything else, Mr. Sorensen?
Well, we did disclose to the other side treatment dates, current continuing treatment dates, and so we believe that was disclosed. To our knowledge, there are no additional records because I think this was just a phone conversation that she spoke with him over, and so she didn't produce any additional records. And where she indicates in her own deposition that it didn't change her opinion and didn't amend it at all, I think that it's still proper under the court's ruling.
And are those subsequent treatment dates coming in?
They're not an issue, Your Honor. I think.
And are they coming into evidence?
We don't have an exhibit specifically prepared.
Okay.
You're talking about treatment dates with Dr. Fong?
Yeah.
I'm not remembering those. You may have provided those, but
I think we did just provide a list of additional dates. There was no content to it because it was, I think, within the conversation.
There were no records for that.
There were no records. So.
Okay, so I'm ready to roll. So on page 51, line 22, I'm going to sustain the objection for the rest of that page, all of 52, and then 53 down to line 10.
We're on 51. Are you starting, Judge?
22. And then down to the beginning on
all of 52.
In all of 52, 53 down through line 10. And then beginning on line 11, I'll permit the question, and then I'll permit the answer that's on lines 14 and 15, but then strike it after it says, I fear that his issues. So starting on line 15 where it says, I fear that his issues, even this far out, may be more permanent than I would like. So that part of 15 and then 16 is stricken. Think you can work the volume magic on that?
We'll do our best.
Okay.
I apologize in advance to the court if we are a little slow or something comes out. We'll do our best.
In line 59, or page 59?
yeah. So this was taken out. It doesn't reference fMRI, and there were criticisms.
Does the plaintiff have an issue with that coming in?
We do, Your Honor. The whole context of this is discussion about the fMRI, and it carries over, and it's the same argument essentially for 88 as well.
I agree.
The whole thing is fMRI, so how can you bring in questions and not have answers?
If I may, Your Honor, when I asked this question, I was starting into a discussion generally of criticisms, which included criticisms that didn't involve the fMRI. For example, that Dr. Fong's treatment worked very quickly in a way that Dr. Gibby in particular was skeptical of, and I didn't mention that.
Look at it. I mean, they've excised out all of, or the rest of 59, all of 60 and 61, most of 61. So you're saying that there's additional testimony following page 61 that question
There is questioning later about her treatment and whether it was effective, and I don't think that I specifically asked about that criticism that plaintiffs had, that plaintiffs' experts had. I think it was just Dr. Gibby on this point. But again, when I asked this question, I had that in mind, and I think it's relevant that the jury know that there were criticisms of her that did not relate to the fMRI.
And where in here later are you discussing criticisms of her specifically?
Yeah, like I said, Your Honor, I don't think I actually referenced Dr. Gibby's criticism in particular, though there is questioning about whether her treatment was effective, which was his criticism.
All the criticism was fMRI criticism.
I'm going to overrule the objection. I think it relates to the fMRI unless you can tie it to some other.
It's not a criticism.
Specifically the criticism. I'm going to overrule it.
Yeah.
Page 88.
And 88 is the same issue for us, Your Honor. I think it's just in the middle of all of the fMRI discussion, and that's the relevant context that this question is being raised.
The problem I see, Your Honor, is that first of all, I don't think this is just related to fMRI, and secondly, the way they've spliced it, it goes straight into an answer without a question being asked. So there's this necessary context that's not there. And again, the question is about treatment issues, or effectiveness of treatment issues. So the problem is not just one relating to fMRI, it's whether the treatment, even if she hadn't done fMRI, might be treating something other than a post-concussive syndrome or persistent symptoms of concussion. No reference to fMRI there, and I think that's necessary context for the answer that they then include.
And you're seeking page 88, line 2 through 14, and line 22 through 25? 22 through 25 is already there, okay.
Yeah, right.
So
they had that. That's the part of the answer that they conclude that doesn't really have that necessary context in the question that I'd like to add.
So you're seeking 2 through 14?
Yes, correct.
Mr. Sorensen?
I think if you go back to the full transcript, Your Honor, and look on page 87, starting at line 20, it says the question is whether the methods that you use are reliable, which is specifically the fMRI that we're talking about. And so that's the thing I'm trying to get to in this. There is significant skepticism among other experts in this case about use of fMRI to say this person has post-concussive symptoms rather than other things that were going on treating him for that. So the whole context of that, and he says himself, the questions that he's asking, the basic crux of them are the fMRI. So questions and answers there about that and criticisms about that are specifically tied to the fMRI.
And then how about the complaint that the answer beginning on line 22 is just hanging out there with no question? Objecting to that hanging out there. We haven't overruled the objection on 2 through 14. I think it is just a continuation of the fMRI questioning. But are you still objecting to it starting on line 22?
Yeah, if we can't have that question, I think we should just start at the next question.
Mr. Sorensen, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think it could tie back to the question that she was asked back on 82, but we're okay to strike that.
Okay.
Wants to do that.
So, it's not that I want to. I'm just wondering what the parties are.
Okay.
Well, Judge, this is going to be an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half. I don't think.
Okay, y'all. What are y'all looking at now is the daughter of the man suing Gwyneth Paltrow testify in her ski trial. Okay, it's all of this is about a lawsuit, a ski accident that happened, okay? And this information here is a progress note that's saying how well she doing and everything. And you can see it here. I'm going to let y'all read it yourself. And have the dates and time and everything that, the complaints and everything. But let's take a listen to this. Let's look at this.
Do you see this exhibit? And if yes, please describe it.
It's a progress note and from the emergency department, and the visit was February 27th. And then his chief complaint was a ski accident yesterday with positive LOC, which means loss of consciousness for approximately 5 minutes. He states he has a slight headache today and being more irritable, and he is also complaining of right lateral rib pain that is worse with inspiration, i.e. breathing, and he denies any neck pain.
Okay, again, why is this record important to your opinions?
Well, it's consistent with what happened with yesterday, and he still has the right, the rib pain. So it's just consistent with the history that was previously given.
Just going through is there anything about this record that you think is important to discuss about your opinions today?
Well, it's just the history.
Judge, I think some people may be having trouble seeing that. I wonder if we could have permission to have them move up to the front or something so they can see it if they want. Because it is a little bit small.
Are any members of the jury having a difficult time reading the exhibit? Or any of the exhibits? If you are, please, you can move to these closer chairs, or you can certainly walk around front. Feel free to do that. Okay? All right.
Okay, and that right there was the progress report for the 69-year-old. Okay, now, hold on before we get started. Now, Miss Paltrow, this is still her part of her ski trial. Okay, I'm trying to catch y'all up on it. She was in a collision, okay? And this ski instructor on this section is going to testify against the actress. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow is an actress, okay? And she had a collision, but let's finish listening.
Thank you, Mr. Sykes. Due to the temperature in here, the lawyers have asked for permission, and I've granted it so that they don't have to wear their jackets. So if things look a little informal or we're loosening our top button, that's why. Thank you. Absolutely. If you need to take off a jacket or loosen a collar, looks like you look fairly comfortable already. But if you need to, please feel free.
Mr. Ramon, Steve Owens from before, correct?
Yes.
In fact, I took a long deposition of you and a long statement several years ago. True?
Yes. Yeah, yes.
It encompassed about 300 pages of transcript. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Did you once, in that deposition, say that Eric Christensen told you that Gwyneth took Terry out?
No.
Did you say that today?
No. What I meant to say, I get dyslexic when I get nervous. No, he said that your buddy just took that with him.
All right. I was a little confused by some of the questions. Okay, so always said your buddy took out Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
Yes.
All right. Did you correct him?
No.
Wouldn't that be the perfect time to say,
Yeah.
you are incorrect, sir?
I wasn't. He was yelling, and I didn't want to get into an argument with him. And didn't want to even.
You had.
Did you finish? Yeah, I didn't want to have a conversation with him.
What?
So there's the Deer Valley representative, true?
Yes.
And he's told you what he believes happened, true?
Yes.
And you didn't say a word.
No.
Wow.
But 7 years later, you're saying it now, right?
Saying what?
But Gwyneth took out your buddy, not the other way around.
No, he didn't. No, Gwyneth, Terry. What Eric said was your buddy took out Gwyneth. That's what he said. I never said that Terry.
What's wrong with him?
Took out Gwyneth.
But you chose not to correct him.
No.
Okay, and now let's turn to Defense 87. Move to admit.
I wouldn't want him to witness nothing for me. Ooh, Lord, honey. I wouldn't want him to witness nothing for me, Jesus. No. He supposed to be witnesses for her. And he's sitting up here talking about he let the man say something and get away with it. How? He's supposed to be the ski instructor. God, he supposed to be Gwen, ski instructor, and he let, oh, wow. He let somebody say something he shouldn't have said. Wow.
Yes. I did give you this binder yesterday.
Defense Exhibit 87 is received.
And Peter knows sure where everything is admitted. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I didn't address this yet, James. Do you mind if I do that? Oh, I missed you. I forgot to address that. Did you record for Terry a little video of you explaining to Terry what had happened?
Yeah, Lawrence.
Same day. I'm talking
The same.
same day.
The same day as which day?
Same day as the collision.
No, there was no video.
Did you see that Terry, I should keep saying Mr. Sanderson, so I'm being no disrespect to Mr. Sanderson. Mr. Sanderson recorded something from his friend and eyewitness and sent it to his daughters. This is Defense 102. Do you know what he's talking about there?
I have no idea.
You were his friend that was there and claimed to be an eyewitness, true?
Yes.
You're the only one.
Yes. I don't know. I believe so.
There wasn't another, I should say, you were the only friend there in terms of prior knowledge of Terry Sanderson, true?
A prior knowledge.
At the collision site. I mean, Gwyneth didn't know him, Christensen didn't know him,
No.
Moses didn't know him, right?
Yes, I was the only one that knew him.
So something Terry Sanderson sent to his daughters said, I'm famous. And just so you know, we do have an expert finder for the witness. Track that down.
Their side.
Okay, let's start way back for a minute. Do you remember some questions about someone gave us the idea that Ms. Paltrow, from the time of the collision until the time that she left, was about 8 minutes? Do you remember that question on direct?
No, she was only there for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay. That's your testimony, is that she was only there 3 or 4 minutes.
Yes.
And that's from collision to and if you could highlight it and make it bigger. Do you remember in your deposition, it was you who said 8 to 10 minutes?
It was 8.
I exactly showing the deposition. You can read from it. But it's not an exhibit. It can't be shown.
All I'm doing is asking the question.
Well, but still.
Sustained.
So you were the one that said she was there from collision to leaving for 8 to 10 minutes. Yes or false? True or false? I don't want an objection, Your Honor. That
You don't get to decide if he objects.
That's
okay?
true. That is
All
true.
right. So, Mr.
Quiet.
Sykes, let's just hear what the witness's answer is. I think it's a proper question.
I don't think you should be interrupting the witness and dictating what he says.
Well, let me just instruct you. This is a cross-examination. It's not like a normal conversation between two people. And the questioner is entitled to ask questions that call for a yes or no response. If you can't answer it with a yes or a no, just indicate that. Just say, I really can't answer that with a yes or no. No. Did you hear everything I just said?
No, I thought you were
Okay,
talking to
fine. So this is cross-examination. This is not a normal conversation. Okay. And the questioner is entitled to ask you questions that
You're trying to play crazy.
with a yes or no. Or if you can't answer it with a yes or no, just tell him, I really can't answer that with a yes or no. And then he'll ask a different question. And if there's more to be asked on that topic, the other side will have an opportunity to follow up later with you.
Have you previously testified under oath years ago that the time that elapsed from collision to Ms. Paltrow leaving the scene was 8 to 10 minutes? True or false?
I can't answer that.
Do you need to be reminded? We could pull up your deposition transcript. If the answer is you need to be reminded, I'm happy to do that. Would you like me to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, Lord.
You can show him a copy of his deposition and have him look at it.
There go. There she go.
The physical copy of the... I assumed he would have his transcript with him. You don't, I take it?
No.
And do you have a physical copy?
He wouldn't be witness for me.
Thanks. 139.
Judge, we need to approach on this. Sure.
Ooh, Chad. He will not be testifying for me. No. No, he wouldn't be cross-examined. Nobody. And that's Gwen sitting over there at the table, y'all. For those who haven't seen this, she's a mattress. Let's skip it a little bit. Oh, they are almost finished. We was to the end.
Right now we're in the cross-examination, so you can go ahead and show the witness.
The witness don't forget what he said.
Did you happen to read your deposition, like before today?
Yeah. Yes.
And do you recall what you wrote, what you said in there with regard to this issue, so we're not valuable time?
There was a lot in that deposition.
That question. Could you go ahead and read your transcript? And
I believe if you scroll down, it.
Page 139.
There go Gwen, y'all.
Line 24 to 25. Are you with me?
No.
What? Why he acting like that?
How you scroll this down? Yes, but I believe that what you're talking about was taken out of context.
Let's read the question. Can I read the question on page 139, line 24? Are you there?
Yes.
From the time Gwyneth stood up to the time she skied away, how much time was there? And your answer, go ahead and read it.
Sorry.
What? Wrong with him? Put your glasses on, man.
And so it.
I'm going to read the question again. From the time Gwyneth stood up to the time she skied away, about how much time went by there? Read your answer on lines 2-3 and 4.
Yeah, so it says here from the time she stood up until and then that's blocked out, and it says, I don't know. Something was blocked out, and then it was cut off, and it says, I don't know.
Keep going. Just start reading.
It says maybe 10 minutes or, and then that's blocked off, and so it doesn't.
Keep going.
Line 6. Is it 8 to 10 minutes? And what was your answer on line 8? Are you reading this?
Yes, I am.
What is the line?
Read it.
The 3 words there.
I don't. Okay, it says about 8 minutes.
See, he playing games. The dude who's supposed to be reading is playing games. Okay? The witness is the ski instructor, y'all. He's supposed to be testifying against the actress. So, he's not going to make it make sense anyway for Gwen, okay?
That can take place on redirect.
It's already been ruled on. Okay. Let's start from scratch here. Terry was your Facebook buddy, true?
He was on Facebook.
And you were friends with him.
Acquaintance.
So on Facebook, friends means friends. You're a friend of his on Facebook, or do we have to
There's
pull
people
that
that
up?
have 1,000 different friends on Facebook. I don't even.
Do we have to pull it up? We've got it.
Well, you can pull it up if you like. I don't even go on Facebook.
So the way this works is I ask a question,
Okay.
and if you say yes, we go on, and if you say no, then we pull it up.
Okay. Yes. We're on Facebook.
You're friends on Facebook.
Yes.
Why you ain't say that? He ain't trusted.
You're colorblind, true?
Somewhat, yes.
Well, in
Yes.
your deposition, you
Yes.
didn't
Yes.
say
Yes.
somewhat.
Yes. Sorry.
So one rule of the court is we can't talk over each other. So I'll complete my full question, then you complete your full answer.
Man, go on. Y'all tripping.
And you don't know the color, the outfit, for instance, Miss Paltrow was wearing that day, true?
True.
And you don't know the color that Terry was wearing that day, true?
True.
And when they collided, it looked like one person going down. Is that true?
Yes.
That's not a good
On the other end of
witness.
this courtroom, about that far, true?
Yes.
But you're not just focused on Terry, true?
I was focused on Terry. Well, now could you please repeat that?
Sure. You weren't just focused on Terry, right? That's not.
It's false.
You were just focused on Terry?
I was focused on. Yes, I was focused on Terry.
Only on Terry, at the top of the hill. I'm just going to watch Terry. Is that your...
No, no.
Okay, you're focused on other things too.
Yes.
All right.
He wasn't focusing on her. He wasn't focusing on her. He blinked that eye.
You have not been in the workforce for 10 years, true?
True.
Spent about half your year scuba diving and about half skiing. True?
False.
What did you say? Traveling and scuba diving. Half.
Yes.
Skiing half.
God have mercy. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about what y'all just heard? Do y'all think he's going to be a good, shit. I don't know about this. I don't know, y'all. No, I don't think he only person that he paid attention to, when they was going down the hill to ski was, what his name? Terry. He wasn't looking. He wasn't looking at. He wasn't looking at watching Gwen. That's how they had that collision. The instructor, colorblind, how he gonna tell who is who?
Was on trial on a civil case in Utah in connection to the skiing accident back in 2016. The Oscar-winning actor was in court yesterday. She's accused of colliding with another skier, Terry Sanderson. Now, Sanderson claims he suffered a concussion, brain injury, and 4 broken ribs. A witness to the collision testified about what he saw. Listen.
She just slammed him. How hard? Very hard. Very hard. And so Terry, she hits him right directly in the back. And Gwyneth's on the top of him. And they go down like this. And then Gwyneth hits him and then bounces off and slides to the right about 5 or 10 feet.
Did she ask if Terry was okay?
No.
Did she ask if Terry was hurt?
No.
Yesterday, Paltrow's lawyer said it was Sanderson who crashed into her. Paltrow accuses Sanderson of trying to exploit her wealth and her celebrity. Sanderson is seeking damages of $300,000. How about Gwyneth Paltrow, who's on trial on a civil case in Utah in connection to the...
Yeah. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.